Hey, how's it going, people? I want to let everybody know that, first of all, come on, take this walk with me. It's going to be a short one. A lot of people who misjudge those who are victimized by someone who is narcissistic. You speak from a level of confidence and arrogance to me when it comes to people who suffer from narcissistic abusive relationships, and you say things in comparison to yourself as if in some way there's such a huge gap or distance between who they are and who you are, even though you yourself have had your own struggles and you've been in your own relationships where you have had to struggle or fight to get out of, although you may have left. So here's my point. I want to let you guys know, how does a person get into a narcissistically abusive relationship? And the best way I can tell you is this. The individual, the person who you see, the flesh, is not the one who chooses the narc. The flesh is used by a part of them that chooses the narc. I know this is going to make a lot of sense to you once I get through it. Just stick with me. Let's say if you had a child, and this child came to you and said, "Mom or Dad, give me the keys to your vehicle." A 7, 8-year-old child. There's no way you'd give that child the keys to your vehicle, right? Because even if you looked that child in the face and you saw wherever it was that child wanted to go, he or she really wanted to get there. There's no way you'd give them the keys to the car, because even if they were able to arrive where they're trying to get to, they're going to cause you all kinds of damage, right? Okay. So now watch this. There is a part of us, part of you, part of those who wind up in narcissistic relationships. There's a part of us that comes to us and says, "Hey, Mom or Dad, give me the keys to your emotional vehicle." And guess what? You drop them. Why would you do that? Because you know this child in you, based on your family of origin, is probably looking for validation. It's probably looking for acceptance. It's probably looking for love, appreciation, inclusion. 3 things that I say all children need. They need to know that they're heard, that they're seen, and that they matter. And if they don't get all 3, there's going to be issues. So this inner child comes to you and says, "Hey, give me the keys to your emotional vehicle," and you drop them. Now, once you do that, this is what happens. You now become a passenger or bystander in the emotional quest and endeavors of a part of you that is broken and in need. So although you may show up at the club, at the church, in line at the grocery store, even though you may meet the guy or the woman, you are under the influence. Let me explain that to you. If I go to the bar and I kick back 7 shots, Hennessy, straight, kick them back, I'm going to probably do and say some things that I normally wouldn't do or say, because I'm under the influence. Same way with your inner child. When you give up those keys to your emotional vehicle, you become under the influence of the emotional need and pull of that inner child. Even though, while under this influence, you're going to say and do some things that you normally wouldn't say or do. This is why you could have been in plenty of relationships prior and left them without a problem. Just left them without a problem. No big deal. But this relationship with this narc, it's got a hold on you, right? It's got a lock on you. Here's what that lock is about. The narc was conniving enough, cunning enough, manipulative enough, cruel enough to come in with intention to study you, figure you out. This is the idealization phase. There's 3 phases, 4 really, that a narc will take you to: idealization, devalue, discard, and hoovering. The idealization phase is where they gather in data and information about you. They seem like the most charming person. They talk to you. They listen to everything you have to say all the time. You become a case study. And here's why you freely give the information. Because remember, you're operating under the influence of your inner child, and you have to be able to name what is the influence that your inner child is acting in. Is it validation? Is it the need to be accepted? Is it to be loved? Is it to be included? Is it to know that it is heard, that it is seen, and that it matters? Are these things that is causing the influence that the adult is acting under? So once the narc gets in, he's in. Now here comes the attachment. Idealize, devalue, discard, hoovering. Once he gets past the idealization phase, he goes to the discard phase. Because the discard phase is for him to test, or her to test, everything about you that they found out in the idealization phase. I'm sorry, the devalue. After the devalue stage, the pedestal that they put you on, they soon take away. Oftentimes for no reason whatsoever. They're testing you. Testing to see how good they've done at the studying you, figuring you out phase. Then they discard. The discard is brutal. Because remember, this part of you latched on and needed it so bad. Some people may say, well, once you know this, why didn't you just stop in the moment? Because it's not a conscious thing. Remember, you gave the keys up. Keys were given up. So you abandoned that part of you that needed you to fill those wounds, those gaps, those trauma, that need for validation, acceptance, love, to be heard, seen, and to know that they matter. That part of you brought those feelings to you so that we might feel them. But what we do is we outsource it. Now, when we outsource it, and this narc comes into the picture, and that part of us latches onto it because it is hungry for whatever its lack is. When it latches on, and we go through the idealize, devalue, discard, and hoovering. Discarding, like I said, is where they walk through a house. You can live in a house with them. They'll walk right past you in the house, won't say a word to you. Won't even talk to you. It's almost like you're invisible. This is top tier trauma and abuse. Then the hoovering is just like the vacuum cleaner where they suck you back in. And they do, with the hoovering, they take everything they learned at the back of that system at the beginning stage. They take everything that they learned at the idealization phase and they suck you back in. And then that cycle starts for however long you're with them, because they won't break that cycle. So that part of you was asking, and it never received, it never got. So once you outsourced what it was asking for to someone else, then you would expect for that part of you to not kick, scream, and holler when you, the one who abandoned it to begin with, takes away the only source that it had. This is why you can know a person is wrong, evil, mean, nasty. But at the same time, there's a part of you that wants to stay latched on. In my counseling sessions, what I do is I reverse this by getting the client to learn to fall in love with self. Those needs that part of you is asking for, that's you. That's for you. It's not for you to outsource it to someone else. It is asking for you to be present enough to come inside and form relationship with self. When you don't, this is the exact definition of self-abandonment. When you do, this is the exact definition of self-love. It is loving the self while not abandoning the self. So a lot of times people just, you just don't understand what it takes to get there. And the only way to turn this around is to go no contact. That's one. Second is to fill those gaps, wounds, holes, needs. You have to fill them